channel. Today we are going to talk about dating. Dating is not easy regardless of gender or age. Some of my male friends are still trying to find a dream girlfriend, while some of my female friends declared they have given up because they felt it is impossible to find a good man. When I was younger, I tried 2 online dating apps and 1 local dating agency. I went through ups and downs and had some interesting dating experiences. Fortunately, after a time, I found a boyfriend and we have been together for over 3 years. Now, I'm going to share what I have learned from those experiences and my secrets with you. Years ago, one of my girlfriends shared her dating experience using Match.com. That's when I learned the differences between Match.com and eHarmony. Up to this point in my life, I was focused on my career, but I thought maybe it was time for me to find companionship. The eHarmony application form was surprisingly long. I made sure to go through the entire process correctly, believing it is necessary if I prefer having more than a casual relationship. It wasn't too hard to find some guys through this online dating app. After some brief texting, those guys always requested to meet at a nice local bar. No dinner, only drinks. I was new to this online dating, so I assume it's just common to set up the first meet-up location at a nice local bar, but I had zero luck in meeting a suitable man. During my date with the 4th guy I met through eHarmony, he asked me to take a walk with him after we had 3 drinks. Before I realized it, we arrived at his apartment near the bar. He opened the door and invited me inside. Instead of walking into his apartment, it was like something just hit me. I turned and ran away toward the crowd. I remember the moment. Although I was in fear of my life, I definitely was concerned for my own safety. I kept running, trying to find a parking lot and my car. Luckily, he did not chase after me. That was the end of my experience with eHarmony. I'm grateful that I didn't get hurt from this online dating journey. One thing I learned is that do not accept an invitation from a stranger to his place on the first dates, especially after some highly concentrated alcohol beverages. It is important to keep your head clear the whole time. Few years had gone by when I heard a local dating agency just for lunch. I thought maybe I needed to trust experts, believing they knew what they are doing. After one visit to their office, I was sold to the idea. It is a completely safe process where I will meet some elite professionals. The company had experts to filter and select a man who could be the perfect match for me. The cost was $1,500 member fee, and the agency will arrange 5 days in a nice local restaurant for lunch. After my unsuccessful online dating experience before, this sounded like a good idea. It was a very different experience from online dating. I was set up on a blind date, not knowing the profile of a person and not even seeing a photo to review first. I didn't know who I was going to meet for lunch until we both showed up at the restaurant. Well, I met 5 nice gentlemen for lunch, but there was no sparkle. Each time I gave my feedback to the dating agency and they would arrange the next date for me quickly. I did try to go out with one of the men a couple more times. I never asked any of them about their occupations or financial status because I trusted the dating agency, so I focused on their personality and not what they did for a living. The last man was fit, but a bit full of himself. I just didn't feel any chemistry with him. That was it. The local dating agency also didn't work out. One thing I learned from this experience is that which I requested to review profiles prior to agree to the lunch dates. The 5 blind days were done within 2 months. I feel my time and money were wasted. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I was living in another city and decided to move back to Las Vegas. Once back, I wanted to try online dating again. A friend of mine gave me a couple of online dating app ideas. With some uncertainty, I went ahead and tried Facebook dating app because this time I wanted to review the other person's profile before agreeing to a meetup. My strategy this time was that I paid closer attention to review each matched guy's profile before communicating. I made sure to stay truthful with each message, hoping I would receive open and honest responses from the other person. I plan to communicate with no more than 2 guys at once to respect the other person. I also didn't want to miss any good opportunities. The first guy I dated was a physician. He was a total package with looks and brain and was polite with a great career. On our 4th date, he invited me to his house. As I walked into his house, he told me it's better we keep it quiet because his parents lived on the right side of the house, so we hung out on the left side of the house. Okay? While he gave me half of his property tour, he told me he actually has 2 little kids, 3 and 5 years old. My girlfriend strongly suggested I stop seeing him because I had no clue how to be a mother, and being a stepmom was even more difficult. It was not an easy decision. A couple months later, when he told me his ex-wife lived in town and often gave him hard times for any reason, I decided my girlfriend was right. So we said goodbye and I went back to the Facebook dating app again. The second guy I dated was a software engineer. He was decent looking, nice and smart, but I soon realized he had a drinking problem. He was sharp and focused during the day, but at night, once we opened a bottle of wine, he could not stop drinking. He would make silly comments non-stop until the bottle was empty, and then he passed out completely. I've never met someone with drinking problem and didn't know how to help him. I was unsure if I should continue seeing him. We started to see less of each other. A few months later, he had to move back to his hometown to take care of his mother. Before he left, he came to my place and helped me with some house improvements. It was a nice closure. Then I picked up my phone and again back to the FB dating app. The third guy I dated had a handyman business. Instead of having drinks or lunch dates, he invited me to his worksite. When I arrived, I saw a cute little girl playing a toy near him. He told me that little girl was his daughter, and he had 0 contact with her mother. So I thought, okay, maybe I could be the little girl's friend. We grabbed a cup of coffee and talked a bit more after his work. It was a nice meetup. A few days later, after lunch dates, he told me he had 2 more children, both teenagers. I was a bit surprised at the moment. He told me the mother of these 2 children remarried and she has full custody, so I would not hear a lot about these 2 teenager kids. I felt this was a red flag, but still wanted to know him more. On the third date at one of his favorite restaurants, he revealed he had 2 more children. He stated there were some unexpected accidents while he was in high school. These two more children were in their 30s and would definitely not be part of our dating lives. Now, I normally don't use those words, but at this moment, I really have those words popped into my head. Oh my god, how many kids did this guy have exactly? My mind was running for miles trying to decide what I should do now. Should I just take off in the middle of a dinner like what happened in the movies? No, that wouldn't be polite. So I stayed calm and finished the meal. Days later, when he suggested that I should meet his mother, I decided to end it. After those interesting dating experiences, I didn't want to give up but was getting close to taking a break from my search. And then this guy showed up as a match in my dating app. I did not hold any high expectation. After a longer back and forth texting, we met for coffee for 1 hour. It was a smooth communication, ordinary and nothing spectacular. I was not sure if we would meet again after coffee. A few days later, he accepted my dinner invitation to try a Taiwanese vegetarian restaurant. He had said he was looking for a dinner buddy, so I thought, sure, we could be just dinner buddies. I was a bit embarrassed with dinner since the dishes were far from my expectation. We opened up a bit more towards each other, and surprisingly, we have been dating since then, and it's been over 3 years now. Well, I'm not here to promote any online dating app or agency. I'm just sharing my experiences. It wasn't easy. And what I learned was to take a break if you have to, but don't give up. I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and share this video with someone you care about. Feel free to leave comments and wish we all have the special someone to share life with. Until next time, cheers!